Um, we are blessed to have Dr. Carlton Jenkins. I hope that he has joined us. Uh, Dr. Jenkins, are you
He's
with us?
here.
Okay. I could. His resume is too long to get elaborate. So suffice to say, this is a really good brother, a man of God, someone who has been here. He understands the unbelievable task that is ahead of him. He believes in the best of our children. I believe he can do this with the support that will be required. And that is the operative word, will be required. My brothers, I'm very pleased to introduce to you Dr. Carlton Jenkins, the first African American superintendent of the Madison Metropolitan School District. Dr.
Brothers,
Jenkins?
thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Floyd, Dr. Rose, on that introduction. And I would just like to say is it just feels great sitting here, listening to the 100 Black men, listening to the brothers talking about issues that's facing our community. And I think Brother Shannon summed that piece up. I wish that could have been televised on a national level so that we, even in our community, have a better understanding that policing, we're talking about it, but not all police individuals have the same kind of thought processes. But the institution itself definitely needs to not only be revisited, but deconstructed in many ways, and it benefits others. So I just like to definitely say that and tell the brother, thank you for your words there. I was encouraged, Ruth, totally. I was encouraged by that when you spoke. But I'm also very encouraged to be here. Dr. Rose, you and I have had conversations, and several individuals. I thought I saw Charlie Tubbs head in there somewhere, but I don't see him anymore. But nevertheless, he and I go back a little bit. But many of the things that I talk about coming here to Madison and looking to lead the school system, I started my administrative career here, and I came into Madison on some racial politics. I was hired in as assistant principal and at Madison Memorial. But if you go back and look in the yearbook, the first semester, I was listed as an intern because I was told by then, superintendent, they wanted the people to get used to me first. And then they will give me an official title as assistant principal. I wasn't paid less, but it was just a whole introduction to Madison racial politics. And I wasn't going to take the job. My father encouraged me. And Sylvester Hines, who was HR guy at the time, told me, say, hey, we have to start somewhere. And that stuck with me throughout my career. But I saw a lot of wonderful things going on in Madison then. Madison has to change, and some things are still the same as I begin to do my research. One of the things that I think that we are all here today and continue to be concerned about, just the plight of our children. I mean, when you're talking about Black and brown children across the country, there's something troubling with the lack thereof performance. But I'm here to tell you, it's not because of inability. We have got to do some things within our own households in terms of our expectations for our own children learning. And then we have to have greater expectations for the system to assist us in helping our children live up to their full potential. I come from some humbling beginnings. As I've stated before several times, my father had a third grade education, my mother 10th grade education, and many of you on here very successful today, but you know too that you come from very humble beginnings. And many of you, as I look at this list, I'm going like, wow, I've been in several communities, and I've just been so impressed. But coming back to Madison, it seems like it's a new day for us as African Americans, not only just here, but around the country, around the world. And I think we're in a moment. And if we collectively put our energies together, our intellect together, there's no reason why we cannot transform our school system here and have an impact throughout the state and the nation. It is a big task, brothers. Let me tell you that. I've done my homework, and you're here. You've been here, so you know it's a big task. Let's not have a moment of excitement, and then lose the strategicness that we need to change policy so that we can change practice, so we can really impact our people. And I think we don't want to waste a second. There is no honeymoon period for me on this job, okay? And we all here have no more time to sit back and say, well, we're going to hope. Yeah, we're going to hope they do the right thing. It's no more hoping. We have to go to the table. And as the brother explained about the citizens group, we don't need anybody placating to us. We need to know how to be actively involved in bringing the necessary transformation to our communities, from education, from employment, the whole healthcare, everything. It plays a part, and in what we can do and what we should have expected of ourselves. Nobody's coming to help us, okay? But right now, we have enough individuals strategically placed throughout our community. Do we have the collective will? Do we have the courage? And I'm not talking about right now while the momentum is high. I'm talking about when those tough days come, will we be able to stand together for real, and say, no, not here, not now, not anymore. And I took a liking to Brother Shannon's shirt too, say, hey, no more. I'm not my grandmother's grandmother, who happens to be born a slave. I'm a free man, and we're all free. So we have to act that way. And we're not taking anything. We're just saying we're going to get what's supposed to be ours. So I really am here to ask that, we stand together. And if there are things that needs to be criticized, come to me. I'm so open. I like to have intellectual exchange. Sometimes as brothers too, we like to fuss with one another. That's okay, but don't take it personal. But I really do believe with the right support, and we're talking about the mentoring programs that you're doing now, I'm so glad it was stated so eloquently that it needs to go beyond now the way we were mentoring. With this whole virtual learning aspect, there is a human dynamic piece that's going to be missing greatly that our students do need when they go to schools. So the more that we can just check in on our young people and make sure that they're together socially, emotionally, and mentally, that will go far. I'll tell you that. I'll stop right here, so in case if anybody have any questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'll be out in the community as well, because that's just a part of what I do and have done throughout my time. I think that's necessary. But I'm so humbled to be here today. And so, Dr. Rose, I thank you for inviting me up.
Dr. Rose?
Yes, sir.
If I can, this is Charles Tubbs.
Please.
Brother Jenkins, welcome and thank you. Brother Jenkins and I do go back a long ways, and I do want to endorse that he is the real deal. And I really appreciate having him here. I'm looking forward to working with him, and he hit it on the head. There's going to be times probably when we do bump heads or have disagreements, but he's exactly right. There's no honeymoon for anybody anymore. The honeymoon's over. We married, we've had our honeymoon. So I just can't emphasize enough. And Brother Blackmore, I really appreciate again what you had to say this morning. Coming from law enforcement, we got a small, short window to get this right. We don't get it right now, guys. We're in this for a long time, and it's going to be very bad. What Madison is witnessing right now, I witnessed in Beloit, Wisconsin in 1987. 87. If we don't get our arms around it right now, we're in for, and they're building prisons for us. You know that. So I don't have to go into any of that, but I want to just emphasize, thank you, Brother Jenkins. We got to connect as soon as possible. And I want to give you another little insight about Brother Jenkins. We were in a band together, but the brother couldn't sing and couldn't dance. So, but that's okay. He did all right. Thank you.
Okay, well, moving along. Dr. Clarity, are you still with us?
Yes, he is. Yes, yes, sir, Dr. Ross. How you doing?
I would feel remiss if you did not make a comment about our new superintendent.
Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Rose, and good morning, gentlemen. When you talk about not just excitement, but the passion that Dr. Jenkins brings to the world of education, but also in transforming education in a way that I just tell you, gentlemen, that we've never seen before. The resume speaks for itself, but we actually get into the results and where each place that Dr. Jenkins has gone is the transformation of outcomes for students, but the transformation of the full school community is the reason you have people in tears in Robbinsdale, Minnesota, that can't believe they've lost such a tremendous leader. So we are delighted to have Dr. Jenkins here in Madison. I can't think of a better leader to guide the work, to instill this continued process of anti-racist teaching and anti-racist education, to lift up Black excellence in an authentic manner, and the partnership with the community and those that are already within the district. He's already come in and made a significant impact in just the way we think. And can't wait for August 4th to get here, Dr. Jenkins, when we get this work together. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Welcome, team. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it.
You know, I must say though, Dr. Jenkins, I love Gamma Gamma Gamma, but if I come in and one wall of your office has the insignia of Omega Psi Phi, I'm going to be a little disappointed. But that said, I'm sure you broadcast it home like the other brothers here, and we haven't seen Brother Larkin, but I believe his is larger than his house, so we'll just leave that alone. But I appreciate everybody.
Brother, I just wanted to say to you, though, I understand your disappointment. Most men are, but that's okay. We love you anyway. We love all the brothers.
All right.
Well, you see, I wasn't going to say anything on that, but
yeah, here we go. All right.
Okay, no, I won't, because without me, there would been no you. So enough said.
We got the Pandelated Council up in here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's take this back in the right direction. Carl, do you have anything to say?
I just want to welcome Superintendent Jenkins to Madison. I understand I should introduce myself first of all. I don't think you know me. I'm Carl Hampton. I'm a Division Administrator for Policy Development for the Department of Safety and Professional Services. And been a long time person in higher ed as well. I understand that my dear friend Doc McGregory, and so I don't want to put you on the spot, but I don't know if he's coming to Madison or not. But I've heard a lot of great things about you. One of my mentors is Dr. Joanna Jackson, who I understand was your advisor at the greatest education school in the country, UW-Madison. And so we want to welcome you to the community, and we want to support you wholeheartedly. And with my network, I want to help you succeed, because you must succeed. Our children need you, and especially candidly, our children need a Black role model, Black male role model, to deal with these opportunity gaps and deal with these issues they're facing our young Black boys. So they're in the pipeline to be a doctorate instead of the pipeline to be in prison or dead. So thank you very much, Brother Jenkins. My late father was a Q, and me fi me. So I want to thank you for your presence today, my brother.
Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Jenkins, thank you so very, very much. I don't want to constrict your time. I know everybody wants to work with you. Please understand that the 100 Black Men, we got your back, period.
Brother, I appreciate that.
So, and we will deliver. But we have one individual here. Samba, are you still on? Alder, Samba? can't see
Yes,
the.
I am here, Dr. Rose.
Yes, I know you will be running for state representative in the August 11th election, and I'd be remiss if I did not allow you some time to provide expression.
Well, thank you, and welcome, Dr. Jenkins. Obviously, we are looking forward to working with you. But like you said in your remarks, we got to be there for each other. These are going to be very challenging times. Because I'm calling in as an individual, not representing the city council, I did also hear about the body-worn cameras. So that can be a different discussion. But like Dr. Rose said, my name is Sambo Balde. I am currently holder for District 17, which is the far east side of the city. I am also running for Assembly District 48. And like you said, the primary is next month, which is just about 10 days or so. And so also my district, the District 48 covers the far east side, basically from Stoughton Road, the Beltline area, all the way to the border with Sun Prairie and to North Pole, all the way to Maple Bluff. So, you know, we are doing very well, in my opinion, in terms of doing all the things that we are supposed to do to reach out to the constituents or voters. And so I also count on your support. Some of the challenges that we are faced with are policy challenges. These are things that are instituted, and I think that's why the word institutional racism. And in many cases, if we are not at the table, these things will not change. And it does not matter what we do as an organized group to counter this. If the law says this is what it is, it's just going to be what it is. And so let's find a way to work together. Sometimes we are not very connected, but obviously our hearts should be at the same place. Black is black, no matter where you came from. And so these challenges are all our challenges, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you to advance some of these issues forward. So thank you and welcome, Dr. Jenkins.
Well,
just so it's clear, I'd like to let everybody know that the state primary election is in 10 days.
Correct. And please encourage all you can to vote responsibly. And Alder, I wish you well. And I just hope that if you're elected, you still can go back and visit us from the Grand Canyon.
Absolutely.
That you have displayed. I'm just very impressed with your flexibility to go between two areas. So, absolutely. Gentlemen, we have gone 14 minutes over the time that we had projected. I apologize. I so appreciate each and every one of you participating. God bless.